with you all cellular respiration. In the last video, children, we have discussed about the physiology of breathing, that how inspiration and expiration takes place and how does the ribs, intercostal muscles and diaphragm help in inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide outside. Today we are going to study that in between process. What happens in between inhalation and exhalation? When we take oxygen and in between when we throw the carbon dioxide, what happens in that period? If suppose we are inhaling oxygen and then we are exhaling CO2. Now this gap, this fill in the blank, we are going to fill it today. That what is happening over here. Now children, you all know that during inhalation process oxygen we are inhaling. And this oxygen enters inside the lungs, inside the air sacs or alveoli. Now you all also know that alveoli is surrounded by blood vessels. So this oxygen enters inside the blood vessels and traveling through blood, it reaches to the cells of the body. Now inside the cells, this oxygen helps in oxidation process to produce energy, water and carbon dioxide. So this is how your carbon dioxide is produced. But actually you are all knowing it theoretically. But how it is happening here, what the actual process is taking, that we are going to discuss now. If suppose this is our cell. If suppose I am making a cell over here. This was your respiratory system and this is a cell. In this cell, this is our mitochondria and this is your cytoplasm. So this is the actual site. Cell is the actual place where your cellular respiration will take place. It means that oxygen by the inhalation process, when it is coming inside the body and entering inside the blood, this blood will bring oxygen to the cells. Blood brings the oxygen to the cells. So this oxygen will now enter inside the cells. And where? In the cytoplasm. This is your cytoplasm. And this is your mitochondria. This is your mitochondria. This is your cytoplasm and mitochondria. So now oxygen from the blood will enter inside cytoplasm. Now children, inside the cytoplasm, your oxidation process will start. Breaking down process will start. If you remember, we have discussed before in the prior videos that your respiration, cellular respiration is of two types. That is your anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. This anaerobic respiration occurs in absence of oxygen and your aerobic respiration occurs in presence of oxygen. Now suppose children, oxygen has not reached here till yet. Suppose it that this cell is vacant and there is no oxygen over here, only cytoplasm is here. But we always take food, nutrition is taking place and food is digested in form of glucose and glucose reaches in the cell. So inside the cell your glucose is present. This glucose is present from prior. So breakdown of glucose will start. But in respiration you have studied that glucose is broken down in presence of oxygen. But I am telling you that here oxygen is not there. So children, in the beginning of the breaking down of glucose, in the process of breaking down of glucose, in the beginning, oxygen is not present. That means the breaking process over there, the respiration process over here is your anaerobic respiration, where your oxygen is not present. Glucose will break in absence of oxygen. So here oxygen has not reached till yet. Inside the cell only glucose is present. So glucose will start breaking down where? In cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm of the cell. And it will break into pyruvate. Glucose in absence of oxygen in the cytoplasm breaks into pyruvate plus energy. In absence of, in cytoplasm, in absence of oxygen, that means your anaerobic respiration will take place. So in the beginning of the process of respiration process, glucose already present inside the cell will start breaking down in absence of oxygen, and this type of respiration process is called as anaerobic respiration. And as a result of this process, your glucose in the cytoplasm will break into pyruvate plus energy. This pyruvate is a 3-carbon molecule structure. It is very important to know, it is a line of your NCERT book that glucose is first broken down into your 3-carbon molecule called as pyruvate during anaerobic respiration. So the children, inside the cytoplasm, in absence of oxygen, glucose will finally convert into pyruvate, which is a 3-carbon molecule. Very important point. Now, in your book it is not mentioned, but this complete process, this one, breaking of glucose into pyruvate, is called as glycolysis. This process is called as glycolysis. Glyco word is made for glucose and lysis means to break. That means your glucose is breaking. Glyco means glucose and lysis means to break. So glucose is breaking down during the glycolysis process inside the cytoplasm in absence of oxygen into pyruvate and plus energy, and this pyruvate is a 3-carbon molecule. This process is fixed, children. This will happen in every living organism. Either it is a microorganism or it is a human being or animals. This much process will carry on in every living organism surviving on this planet. But now the future of pyruvate depends upon the presence and absence of oxygen. Till here, children, this was an anaerobic process. Make it clear. And after this, it depends whether it will be anaerobic or it will be aerobic. So it depends upon the organism type now. If it is in yeast, yeast is a microorganism. It is a type of fungus. If it is in yeast, then this pyruvate will not receive oxygen. It is a type of anaerobic respiration. They will not receive oxygen. In absence of oxygen, in case of yeast, in case of microorganism, your anaerobic respiration will take place, and as a result of which ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy will be formed. And ethanol is a 2-carbon molecule. This whole chart is very important for the board point of view and for you also to understand that what is cellular respiration. Again I am telling, you can see on the board 3 diversions are there. Till pyruvate there is a single step process. After that pyruvate in absence of oxygen, and in presence of oxygen. 2 examples are there for the absence of oxygen and 1 example is there for the presence of oxygen. In the first case, in case of microorganism, in case of yeast, in case of bacteria, in case of any type of microorganism, if oxygen is absent anaerobic respiration will take place, and as a result of which ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy will be produced, and this ethanol is ethyl alcohol. Alcohol will be produced, ethyl alcohol will be produced, and this ethyl alcohol is 2 carbon molecule. And this type of anaerobic respiration taking place in case of yeast is called as fermentation. It is called as fermentation. Now children, in the second case. Now we can see in lack, I have written lack of oxygen. Lack means absence of oxygen. Now in absence of oxygen, example we are taking muscle cells. Muscles are present in our body. So we are taking examples of muscle cells. So in absence of oxygen in our muscle cells. Now when in our muscle cells oxygen do not reach, when we are doing heavy exercise, we are running, we are heavily walking, we are in a speed. So during that time, very physical work we are doing, very tough physical work. At that time, we start, we feel suffocation and we cannot breathe properly. And we start inhaling oxygen with the speed from the outside. During that time, what happens? In our muscle cells, oxygen do not reaches. When we are running, when we are jogging, when we are jumping, we are skipping, at that time we start feeling a suffocation type that we cannot breathe properly. So at that time oxygen do not reaches our muscle cells properly, and that condition over there is your anaerobic respiration process. Pyruvate has already formed inside the muscle cells. Inside the muscle cells glucose is there, glucose is broken down into pyruvate, but this pyruvate is not getting oxygen inside the muscle cell. And when muscle cell is not receiving oxygen, that means it is an anaerobic condition. And during that anaerobic condition, your pyruvate will convert into lactic acid. This pyruvate will convert into lactic acid and energy. And this lactic acid is a 3 carbon molecule. And this condition inside the muscle cell is called as muscle fatigue. This is called as muscle fatigue. Muscles get cramped. Muscles do not get oxygen and they get cramped. And we start having a feeling of pain inside our legs, muscles in our arms. It starts paining. But children, this condition doesn't remain every time. After few minutes only, when you sit normally, after heavy exercise, you are not doing continuously exercise. You sit for a while. And when you sit for a while, you start inhaling in a normal condition. And when you start inhaling in a normal condition, oxygen starts reaching to the muscle cells in proper manner as it has to work. So oxygen starts. Children, as soon as the oxygen starts reaching to the muscle cells, the condition will get normal, and your muscle cells, inside the muscle cells, this pyruvate will start, in presence of oxygen, will start breaking down into carbon dioxide, energy and water. Again I will repeat, inside the muscle cells, glucose will break down into pyruvate in absence of oxygen. Now this pyruvate will wait for oxygen to reach. But if suppose oxygen is not reaching to the muscle cells, so this pyruvate will follow the anaerobic respiration. And as a result of anaerobic respiration, the pyruvate will change into lactic acid and energy. But as soon as the human being or the animal, when they come to a normal state, then when they get relaxed, then suddenly oxygen start reaching to the muscle cells. Then in presence of oxygen, this pyruvate will start breaking down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. But when during anaerobic condition, the pyruvate condition, when the muscle cramping condition comes, that condition is called as muscle fatigue. Now children, we are coming to the last one, that is in presence of oxygen. If suppose we are not doing heavy work, we are not running, we are leading a normal life and normal routine work we are doing. During that time what happens? Inside our cells, this glucose in absence of oxygen will break down into pyruvate. Now this pyruvate, this glucose will break down into pyruvate. Now this pyruvate will enter inside the mitochondria. Inside the mitochondria. Now this oxygen is also entering. Oxygens are also inside the cells. So pyruvate has received the oxygen now. So along with oxygen, this pyruvate will enter inside mitochondria. And inside the mitochondria, in presence of oxygen, this pyruvate will break down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. And this process, children, is called as Krebs cycle. This is called as Krebs cycle. Krebs was a scientist, and after his name, this synthesis, this process was named as a Krebs cycle. So hope children, this whole process is clear to you all. Thank you.